All right, welcome back, traders. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful weekend. Well, we're coming back tonight here. It looks like Bitcoin's trying to break out of this pennant right now. All right, now pennants can break to the upside about 57% of the time, according to Bulkowski. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek here on the new SAR version 5 indicator. This indicator, guys, is one of the most powerful tools that we have built up to date. All right. So you can see right here, we did get some longs here this morning, right at the bottom of this range, right off this 236 fib extension around that 29.2K area. And you can see we did get a nice push off this level here. We got about a 3.5% move. It looks like Bitcoin is now coming back down to back test this break that it had here. So definitely want to stay patient if you're looking for an entry. Look for a retest of this support. It could even actually just do one of these where it comes back and even comes all the way back down to this 29.8. I've even set an alert down to 29.6, and we then hold this area here before we really make a move. Because right now everyone's like, oh, this is a breakout. Yes, this was a breakout, but I don't think the volume was really there to support it. Well, I guess there was some volume that did come in here, so I do stand corrected there, but we will see how this plays out. It looks like we've so far made a lower high up here at 30.4K. And I'm going to throw some music on just so you guys can enjoy the analysis here with me tonight. Appreciate all you guys popping in on the stream as well. And I apologize, the music is going to be loud here for a second. All right. So something like this where we come back down, all right? This is Bitcoin right now. I'm going to go pull up the Tether chart. Tether is actually at the bottom of a descending triangle, which, as you guys know, descending triangles have about a 50% chance to break to the upside. So that means there's a 50% chance of it breaking down. And just like the bear pennant, the bear pennants break to the upside about 57% of the time. So basically it's a gamble right now, right? We don't know which way this is going to break. We're just waiting to see which way it does break so we can benefit from the direction that it does move, right? It would make a lot of sense for Bitcoin to actually make a move up after all of this selling. It would make sense for it to go back up to test, that $31,000, even $32,000 level up here. 31.3K is a level we're looking for to break out of this structure, because this was that previous swing high, right? If we can take out the previous swing high and make a higher high, well, there's an argument that we could be making a higher high and a higher low along the next wave up, right? So that is kind of what we're waiting for. Obviously, we are in a downtrend for now. We would like to see a break above this level to see, in my opinion, we'll probably see up to about this 35K region if we can get a strong push out, right? So something like this where we make a push out, make a lower high, and then we come down and have the capitulation event sometime the end of the year. All right. It's a bearish pennant, yes. So, but it's a beer flag. Haha. I want to wish Toe a happy birthday. Everybody wish Toe a happy birthday. Toe's been with the community for, I want to say a little bit over a year at this point, right, Toe? Maybe 2 years. He definitely gets mod status on here. Let's make Toe a nice moderator. Happy birthday, Toe. So Toe's got the band hammer, so watch out. All right, we're going to cover ETH here. All right, ETH, nasty head and shoulders pattern, right? You guys see it? The left shoulder and now the right shoulder, lower high right shoulder, right? You can see that on ETH. It's a the neckline break. We got the break here. And from the top of the structure to the neckline is about a 47% move down, guys. That is unfortunate. And it would make a lot of sense for us to come back up, especially Bitcoin does, to backtest this as resistance to really confirm we are going lower. Okay, that is something that we are looking for right now. This is ETH. 47.56% move down ultimately is what we're looking at. So the move down here is 47.5%. So right around that $1,300 area is what we're looking for here for Ethereum. Unfortunately, I don't have any good news for us, but that is kind of what we're looking at. So maybe a retest of that neckline. And that's it. So we're going to get a nice little rally. Make sure you guys take advantage of that. Make sure you guys can, exit some of your assets. And just be careful out there. All right? Just be careful out there. The monthly candles don't look so good. Obviously we could see a back test of this even up to 2,600. That would actually really, almost flip the entire market if we did that. So I don't know if we're going to get up that high, but I'm looking at 2,200 to 2,300-ish area for Ethereum if we get a push up. All right. Let's see. Yes, happy birthday, Toe, man. All right. Yep. So we're looking for this retest, right? That's what I just said. We're looking for this retest here before we come back down. Tether holding at support for the moment, which could mean Bitcoin to come down a little bit, which is what it's doing. We got this break. We're gonna get this back test now. And then I think we're off to the races to the upside, really. DXY, let's see what the DXY is looking like right now. DXY looking like it maybe made some sort of local top here. We had a rising wedge play out. Let's get some of these moving averages off here for just a second. Yeah, so we could see the dollar come back down to these lows down here, down to 100. We could see that if the dollar breaks this level at 102 and we start breaking these supports that we just are newly manufactured supports, right, after this big move up. If we do see the dollar come down and kind of resolve this rising wedge structure, we are going to see Bitcoin rally. All right. And that's about a 5% move down for the dollar. I don't know if it's going to give up that much. Let's just look at the weekly chart here. So the weekly did put a weekly bearish engulfing candle in for the last 2 weeks of price action here for the dollar. And it does look like we could come back down and test this 102 area. That would make a lot of sense. That's where we broke out from. All right, so the dollar is looking like it is extended and is going to pull back some. So that's good for the market. Should be good for the stock market if DXY pulls back. All right, rising wedge. We're sitting right on this this support line here for now, and it is in a bear flag, not to be confused with a beer flag. Right, Toe? All right. But yeah, this is another, what looks to be maybe, it's in a channel for now. 2 year. We can look at the 2 year and the 10 year, yeah. I feel like I have that somewhere. I think it's the US 2 year, US 10 year. Okay, here's the 10 year. Maybe it's this. This is the 10 year. So a break and it looks like it's back testing but rejecting, or maybe a fake break. Doesn't look very good. You're rejecting this area right here, right now, on the monthly chart. Extended. Extended on the monthly. So I'm gonna pull back. And the VIX, should be paying attention to the VIX. The VIX actually closing on support on Friday, but yeah, I mean, still making higher lows, man. Just be prepared. We could see some more downside in the stock market. And let's see, the 2-year. I believe you mean maybe the 2-year. Yeah, I don't know what the 2-year is, but I think, what's the ticker for the 2-year? Does TradingView even have it? So they have the 20-year, the 10-year. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. We know the DXY is pulling back, so Bitcoin should rip. There it goes. Yes, of course. Make sure you guys do rip the like button for us. Appreciate that. Near Protocol at a interesting point here. Probably go to retest $7. Hey, what's going on, Michael Jordan or Michael Jonathan? Feel free to post some tickers, guys, in the chat. Yep, FTM, probably up to that 50-cent region. We were talking about that the other night on the live chat. Yeah, FTM to go retest the bear flag, 61-cent area. Let's see. Track XRP ADA Ape. I mean, this chart doesn't look too good, but maybe you go retest like 50 cents. before more down. Track XRP ADA and APE. All right. Yep. So holding this fib, probably go back test 60 cents. APE. This chart doesn't have a lot of data on it, but let's take a look at it. They got to suck liquidity back in first, man. They can't just dump the whole thing. They can't just dump the whole shebang without sucking some liquidity back in. So this actually looks pretty interesting. Like this could maybe break here if we get a nice pop. All right, this is flattening out here very nicely. It's still on a bear flag, a bear pennant, but it can break to the upside about 50% of the time. And well, if it breaks down, well, you're looking at a move back down to the lows, right? So that's how you want to trade that. If you get a break, well, boom. Get a break back up to close to that 1050 area. If you get a breakdown, well, you're looking at about 576. All right, so that's APE. We'll look at ADA. We gotta look at ADA. So ADA also same kind of structure here with the pennant. You know, it makes a lot of sense to go retest the 70-cent region, the moving average, right? We look at Amazon. Well, I was actually giving a little bit of analysis on Amazon before, but shorter time scale, maybe go back test up to 2300 if this is a true double bottom. All right, S&P. We'll look at the S&P real fast. Yeah, not looking too good. Meet a lower low on Friday. Yeah, that's not looking too good, but we'll look at the mini futures here. Mini futures are up 0.8%. We could just go back up to test this region here. Yeah, before we see more downside. Yeah, the market doesn't really look that good, to be honest. We're just gonna get some sort of scrub rally, and that's gonna be it. So stochastics are not quite there yet. This does look pretty good though, below 20 on the. I mean, this is a great long-term spot to be buying Bitcoin, I would say. But we had multiple opportunities like that back in the 2018 run too, right? So like, even when you're down here, you know, this was $6,000 or $5,000 region. Long term, it's a great place, but if you really know what's happening, and what I think we're doing one of these right now, we're gonna go and do a 36%. I really think this is where we're at in the 2018 bear market. Okay, if you look at the months, it's kind of close too. So this is like a month or two, you know, ahead of us. But yeah, we get this major, you know, 36% move, then we get back to go back down to the lows before a capitulation event. So I think this is kind of where we're at. I think we're basically right around that area where we go up about 36%, and then we come down, and maybe we hang out at these lows for a bit. And we do one of these, then we hang out here for a bit before we see the capitulation event, and then we bottom out, and that's it. And that'll be it. That'll be the end of the bear market. We'll just get I don't know if we're going to get a 48% drop, but I think we'll get something close to maybe half of that, 20 to 25% drop, something like that. Let's go to the cycle chart. The cycle chart's pretty good. It's been pretty helpful up to this point, I would say. And yeah, cycle chart's basically implying that we are at some sort of bottom with a move maybe up to about 40K. We're saying about 36. I think that's reasonable enough. And then, yeah, exactly this. Just consolidate right around that $30,000 region for a capitulation event. It's calling for like 15K. I don't think we're going to go that low. Maybe like 20. Or maybe 17 or something. Something close to that. Yep, something along those lines. The Nupal chart also, you know, we're still in this yellow territory. Again, yellow territory is still a good place to buy long term. It's just not going to be as good as where the pink comes in. We got to wait for that pink. Once the pink comes in, just whatever you can throw at this market, historically speaking, is probably going to be good long term for you. All right. Millionaires are made in bear markets, not in bull markets. Remember that, guys. This is the time to be paying attention to this market. You know, it's fun when it's going up, but like you really make the money on the way down. This is the way to make the money, guys. All right. So smash up the like button if you guys are liking the content here. Remember, none of this stuff is financial advice. These are only tools to help us make financial decisions. Again, remember, the content here is for entertainment purposes only. You know, I don't know what's going to happen with a lot of these altcoins, but we do know it is more probable that Bitcoin does survive another bear market as it's survived many in the past. So Bitcoin and potentially Ethereum, I think, are here for the long term. You guys can do your own research on that, but based on technical analysis, this asset still can depreciate its value for a bit, okay, even for the next coming months, all right? Pink is the capitulation zone, which is exactly what it means, capitulation, all right? We have not entered capitulation yet in this market. This is Glassnode. This is Glassnode, all right? All right, so like I said, right now we could see about a 30 to 40% move up for Bitcoin, which could result in some of these altcoins going up 100%, all right? Short term, within the next month, we could see major moves for some of these altcoins. So don't get caught up in it. Make sure you guys take profit if you guys are entering swing positions. This is a good, not financial advice, this is a good area to take swing positions, all right? And yes, you could see 40, 50, 60, 70, could be see 100% gains on some of these altcoins. Okay? Just remember, once Bitcoin gets rejected around this 35K region, that is it. If you're running bots, I would probably shut them off around 33K to make sure all your positions get out if you are going degen down here. Now, of course, remember to be careful with that. There is inherent risk with that. Just be careful, guys. We're here for your support and to give you guys as much help as we can on the chart. But remember, guys, the chart can only really give us so much information before really it's going to end up doing whatever it wants to do. There is people manipulating the prices. There is things happening behind the scenes on these charts as well. Not just everything here, unfortunately. Right? We did trigger a weekly short signal on the TTM, but this could, like I said, we could get a major move up first before we end up going back down. So just be prepared for that. All right, we didn't lose the monthly pivot yet. The monthly pivot's right around this $28,700 area. If we hold that, hold above that, we will probably, for long enough, we will probably go back up to test 35K, which happens to be on the monthly, this area right here. Okay, you can see that, $35,437. I think that's where we get to. Any questions, comments, concerns? Luna is at 0. Look at that massive rising wedge. Oh my god, look at that volume. Sick. What a sick that. Talk about a sick chart. It went way past the 28 cent marker for the rising wedge. Man, if this thing does any sort of retrace, though, you know, some people could really get rich off this. 50% retrace, man. If this thing goes to 10 cents, that's insanity. Where are you guys tonight? Everyone's so quiet. I see a bearish pennant that we could be breaking up out of. I'm actually not sure if it's had 9 in a row. I don't think so, man. Yeah, I don't think this week is going to be a red week. I think we're going to see a retest this week. So waves you guys want to look at? Look at BTC weekly descending, broadening wedge with break to downside will fake up then tank. Yeah, most likely. I don't know about a descending, broadening wedge, but I'm looking at a could just draw this as a big channel as well, downside here, right? So we could go down to the bottom of this channel, which is right around that 23K marker, right? And we're talking about a range here too to break. Waves, we'll look at waves, sure. TRX. So you're down here at the 786 fib extension. You start breaking down to like $4.50. That could be pretty brutal, but that looks like your next major level of support, right? Yeah, this could be a descending broadening formation on waves, but maybe one more, you know, maybe one little pop up to like $8 before coming back down, maybe double bottoming or something down here before maybe a test up to like 16 or something, and something like that. I don't know. It may not do anything like that. It may just follow what Bitcoin's doing, which is right now it's just consolidating right around 30K, 30.2, 30.3K. But yeah, this asset went straight down. So, you know, usually after you get a straight move down, you could get a move straight back up, right? At least to go test this area here, right around 11, 12 bucks. That could happen right here, right? Or even a test here. Break 8.25, you can easily see 12 bucks for waves, alright? TRX. TR exit scam. Nice accumulation there on TRX. That looks interesting. Right, you can see the nice accumulation happening here. That actually doesn't look so terrible. TRX. So this was coronavirus, right? Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, this could be interesting for TRX here. I'm a little shocked at what I'm seeing here on TRX. Some accumulation happening down here at a major long-term channel area for TRX. So you're in a pennant. You're in a pennant, right? And you're holding these lows, man. It's interesting. This could break up, man. Depends what Bitcoin's gonna do, but this you can see the accumulation happening down at these lows, right? This is a pretty crazy looking chart. Very interesting here. You know, you got the rejection off the 50% retrace. You're sitting right at the 382 fib extension, but these are technical higher lows than these lows down here. Very interesting. You know, you could draw a channel maybe. Got a nice closure on the daily above that critical level. All right, so maybe a test up to 9 cents. How about it for TRX? What else you guys got? Google. Looks like I already had something drawn. Dot. So Google broke this major support line here. Looks like 1989, like a magnet. You know, we could come back up to test this area here on 25.38, reject it. before going lower. S&P is up 1%. Litecoin? Dot? Dot kind of struggling, man. You broke this major area of support, right? Struggling to get back into it. But if it does manage to get back into it, we are looking at a test of almost 12 bucks, or if you do get up here, you know, $16, lower high probably before, you know, making your way down. Litecoin, let's take a look at it. Litecoin broke a major channel up, man. I mean, looks like shit. But yeah, I mean, why not? Why not go back up to test this, like this $130 area, or rejecting it? Reserve rights. Not too much data on this bad boy. Yeah, not a lot of data, but maybe some sort of harmonic structure on it. But a 1272 fib extension is like a lot further down, right? So could be way down. Ultimately, could be way down. Right, so if you're holding the 1272, maybe you go back up to backtest this area here, the 0.08 area, before making a lower low, right? Before really capitulating, and maybe then something like that. Yep. So that could be a big move back up about 70% before we do something like that. Okay, this asset. That's a Gartley pattern. All right. Luna looks like shit. See how she goes, boys. Sushi. Sushi looks good. Uh, 173 target probably for Sushi. Soul, yeah, sure, we can look at Soul. So Soul, 59 bucks, really the top of the range. Could be maybe more drawn like that. So back testing or coming back into the structure. Right. But originally how I had this drawn was a massive rising wedge pattern. Yeah, that eventually will just resolve itself to the downside eventually. Once it's done capitulating, so hasn't even really begun that. We've only done about a 38, not even a 38.2% retrace on this asset. So typically, even if the asset's bullish, you know, like you could get a pullback to these regions here, right? And really, what really long-term accumulators are looking for is some sort of structure like this. Okay. Could even get down to the 786 or 886 fib extensions during a bear market if it really gets bad. So yes, this area here is a massive accumulation area, and that's confluent with around this $30 to $50 range, really. So if you want to be buying in there, you can. I'm not going to tell you not to, but if we do ever break this trading range, guys, we are going to come down and test these levels here, right? You can clearly see there's not a lot of trading volume here. It just went straight up, so really can just come straight down. After we do make some sort of reflexive rally, I call it, or a bear market rally, if you will, where we could come all the way up to test this, maybe even test this neckline at 80 bucks, man. Oh my God, 80 bucks. And then just right back down. All right. Could do something like that. Very, very, very likely can do that. Because you do have something, you do have like a trend line here for resistance, right? So it could even come up to about 70 bucks. Depends on what Bitcoin does. But you can see the resistance areas where they are. Just be clear to yourself and and know that, you know, we could just go up to 70 bucks to test this 236 fib extension. We broke below it, and we could go back up to that area. Yep. Yes, Toe, I think we ultimately go back up to about 35K. All right. Ooh, Axes could be at a good area to trade, man. If we are going to see a massive move back up. This could be... something to maybe trade. $29. Yep, $30 retest the 236 fib extension major. Quick shout out to the CME Gap boys. Yeah, the Gap got filled down at 24, I think. Is that a ticker, man? Gods? Oh wow, I didn't realize that was a ticker. Is this all the info we have on this bad boy? I guess so. Alright, so we can just chart on KuCoin or something. This looks pretty good, man. Your descending broadening wedge formation. Okay, I got a nice break, right? Got a nice... You did the 50% retrace. You could bleed out now. You know, you could come down to 34 cents or 54 cents before maybe making it your next leg. So there's no real support here until like 84. And it's like just this little bit right here. So not really a lot of support there. Hey, no problem, guys. Thanks for being here with me. Appreciate all you guys hanging out. Remember, this is a marathon, not a race, right? So we just need to make sure we allocate capital at value areas of assets that have potential to be around for the long term, right? Remember, you know, Bitcoin, gold, or really some big S&P assets, NASDAQ assets like Amazon we were talking about before. or even Google, right? So I think Google might have a green day tomorrow, but I think ultimately we are going to see lower highs for now. You can see the rounding top stuff here, right? So we broke this major neckline, and we're going to see Google come down. Unfortunately, it's already on its way down. It doesn't look so good, right? Yeah, I mean, here's your major level. First major level is the 236 fib extension, and you could come all the way down to 1500, man. I mean, that's still a bullish retrace. Right, we can clearly see that this asset went kind of nuts, so it broke out of this channel and just is now coming back down. But 1960 looks like the first real area that it could come back to, which is this 236 fib extension major. Lots of downside here for this asset. Unfortunately, looks that way. All right. Well, like I said, we could get some sort of bounce to retest this or backtest this breakdown at 2568 before really starting to break down and downward spiraling, unfortunately. All right, so just lock yourselves in, boys. This could be a crazy ride. Hey, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Remember, guys, the best way to look for support and resistance is on the weekly time scale. Okay, and you got to look left in the chart. So this asset doesn't have much here. It went straight up, right? So it came straight down. So I do suspect if we do get movements back up, well, these are going to be parabolic moves up, right? Right, so this asset from bottom to top here is looking at a 34% measured move. If we break to the upside, it's pretty significant, right? That's going to be a move back up to almost $2 for this asset. There is definitely some nice risk to reward scenarios down here if we get a move up. All right, this is sand. Yeah, I think we're going to see some upside this week. I think major indices are going to bounce for making lower highs and then lower lows. Because the DXY looks like it's going to come back down a little bit. So this pattern here, I mean, obviously this is a major channel, but really this was a wedge pattern, I believe, that broke out, okay? You can clearly see that this was a massive, massive wedge structure. If we delete out this channel, you can see it, okay? This was definitely a node wedge here on the longer time scales for the DXY, right? And we know on a falling wedge, right, from the swing high to the swing low, we can do anywhere between a 382 to 61.8% retrace before really pulling back, right? So anywhere from here into this range, right? And so far we're just in the middle of it. So that's why I think this is a short-term rally. If we are pulling back, we are coming back to back test this area, okay? So minimum target for the DXY, guys, is unfortunately right around this 107, 108 area, this inflection point here, okay? And really there's nothing here. Like once it gets up here, it just went straight up, right? So if it gets up here, it can just go to the 618, which is this level here. And then I would think that that would be an area where it could really, you know, really crash down. And that could be, well, I don't know if it's going to take that long, but it looks like this might play out. So we could see a bit of a back test, which could result in, you know, Bitcoin rallying a little bit, stock market rallying a little bit of a relief before, you know, they raise rates again or something with the dollar here. So, you know, we're at least looking at this double bottom target, okay? This double bottom target here for the DXY is, yep, right to the 618. So it's TA Tetris here on the stream tonight. All right. So set some alerts up here, man. This is going to be the bottom of all markets. This is where you want to be deploying cash, all right? Not financial advice, just something I'm looking at as a major target and a major level. All right, guys and girls. Hopefully this was informative. Hopefully you guys enjoy this content here tonight with me tonight. Make sure you guys smash up the like button. We're doing everything we can here to make you guys knowledgeable. We're doing everything we can here to give you guys the right tooling, the right mindset, the right way to build your wealth, man. This is the way to do it, all right? Make sure you guys smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, join the Discord. We mean business here at STP, so make sure you guys stay with us. Remember, this is still an investment in yourself, right? It's always an investment in yourself. This is it. This is the name of the game. Double bottom. We're looking at a move to potentially up to the 1618 fib extension. Nobody's expecting this. But this is what this chart's telling me right now. Based off of structure, we're going to be going through stagflation the rest of this year. They're not going to print dollars till the end of the year. That is when we're going to bottom out, I think, all right? Remember, do your own research. None of this is financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. And hopefully we lead you guys in the right direction to make profitable trading decisions. And make sure you guys share the streams. Make sure you guys share the content. We're here for you guys. All right, I want to wish everybody a wonderful week. Remember, it's not a marathon. I mean, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon, right? So we're all here trying to do the same thing, man. That's it. There goes Axes making a run. Gala also making a run. This asset got crushed. Can start to see that the weaning of the selling here on the 3-day, the 2-day. The 2-day just changed HA candles. So bottom of a channel, we could be looking at about 10 cents, right? This area here. Right, this consolidation zone. We're at it. Before this thing did a major move up, right? Did a major move up. It went up 529% after holding above this level. If this asset can get back above 12 cents, guys, then yeah, we can expect something stupid like this, 530%. All right, let's see it. Let's see it. Set some alerts up here, guys. It almost did a 78.6% retrace. That is a very steep retrace for an asset. All right, I'm looking at maybe exactly up to 12 cents on this target. If we can break above it and hold it, man, we can get to the top of the channel, which is 18 cents. That's a double up. That's a double up. All right. I don't expect miracles right now. We obviously are in a downtrend overall. But, I mean, if this asset can really start breaking this channel, man, I mean, you guys already know what can happen if it breaks the channel, right? I already showed you. That's a pretty significant move if it can do that, right? It'd probably take it up to 31 cents if it can break the channel. A lot of good things have to happen for that to happen, though. All right, there goes Sen making a run. All right, gents. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful week. Appreciate all you guys tuning into the stream tonight. If you guys have any feedback about the streams, how to make them better, more engaging, maybe some different type of content you guys want to see on the channel, of course, definitely leave comments in the description below. And we will catch you guys in the next stream. Thank you guys so much for joining. You guys have a wonderful week from STP team here. And we will be rolling out SAR version 5 for the VIPs. Hopefully maybe this week or next week. So thank you guys again for choosing STP.